Hello everyone, and welcome to this video which is in our engine opening series. I'm Grandmaster Matthew Sadler, and this video is the first in a series looking at Koivisto's opening repertoire. Who or what is Koivisto? Well, Koivisto is a new kid on the block, one of many strong engines vying for the fourth spot behind Stockfish, Leela and Komodo Dragon. Very interesting engine, open source, being developed all the time, also has one of the coolest websites of any chess engine. It's well worth following and has some very interesting things to say about the opening. In this video we're going to be taking an overview of Koivisto's opening repertoire, looking at its principal lines against a number of main variations, and then afterwards we've got 4 more videos where we dive into a little bit more detail. So one on e4, one on d4 d5, one on d4 knight f6, and one on other stuff. Right, let's get into it. So what is Koivisto's idea of best play for white and black from the starting position? Well, you might be able to guess. It is indeed the Berlin, and the same variation that we saw in the survey of Komodo Dragon's opening repertoire. Castles d4, bishop f6, rook e1, rook e8, still exactly the same, and now c3, takes, knight e8, bishop f4, d5. And you know, white does have a slight advantage here. This bishop on f6 is not particularly well placed, just looking at the d4 pawn, and this knight is a little bit awkward, but obviously the advantage is very, very slight, and certainly at the engine level it's not going to be a win anytime soon. So that is Koivisto's idea of best play for both sides. If you specify one d4, however, it goes into something quite interesting, and its main line is the Vienna. So 3 knight f3, not 3 knight c3, and after knight c3 then d takes c4. And yeah, haven't seen that. I mean, most engines are very, very keen on the Ragozin system, bishop b4. But d takes c4 is Koivisto's line, and then it goes for this double pawn sacrifice with bishop takes c4. There are other lines. Queen a4 check has been played. Bishop g5 has been very common, but yeah, bishop c4. Knight e4 castles, takes. Now black doesn't normally accept the double pawn sacrifice, plays bishop d6, and now we're following an awful lot of theory here. Actually, white has a very nice attacking position, but black seems to be able to defend. This move f5 and then taking with the c pawn is very important. Enables you to put up a barrier on the a2 g8 diagonal. Bishop b3, queen f6, bishop f4, bishop d7, rook e3, knight c6, rook e1. I mean, I like white's position a lot here. 2 bishops, plenty of room to play. Even a break with c3 to c4, you know, to break stuff open. This was a game Kovalenko-Sulskis. Sulskis played king h7, bishop a4, g5, bishop d6, rook c8, but got hit with c4, and well, things got rather dangerous for black. Actually, Koivisto keeps things a bit more tight at the back, basically organizes itself so that white can't play c3 to c4. Still considers that white has a slight advantage here, 0.27, but nothing amazing. So that's d4. How about c4? Well, Koivisto is just like all the other engines. It also likes to play the move 1e5. I mean, basically the engines consider, you know, c5 not to be the best reply to e4, so the Sicilian isn't the best move. So yeah, sort of understandable that against 1 c4 they try and get back into a Sicilian. They all expect the fianchetto from white, and then well, Komodo Dragon played c6. Actually, Koivisto plays something quite similar, which is c6 on the 4th move, and the idea being just to well, occupy the center that white hasn't occupied. C takes d5 castles is a nice little wrinkle, just offering a Mora style gambit there, but Koivisto thinks that d4 is the best line. Takes, bishop b6, knight e2, takes, castles. But knight c6, bishop e3, bishop g4, this is well-known theory. Yeah, Koivisto ends up with an advantage of 0.33, but yeah, it doesn't look like very much at all, really. So c4, this is a very good line for black, and yeah, Koivisto just seems to think that it's pretty equal. And another thing that's slightly unusual here is against one knight f3. So all of my engines wanted to play d5, as far as I'm aware, but Koivisto wants something different. It goes for a sort of a Grunfeld type approach. d5 takes, and then d4. e4 is a very common move nowadays. A lot of games played in that. There's also in the Silicon Road to Chess Improvement, there's a magnificent game, Stockfish against Leela, where Stockfish won an absolutely epic game after amazing defense from Leela. But Koivisto prefers d4, but after takes, g6, it's not playing e4, going back into the main lines. It's playing this restrained line e3, which I've looked at quite a bit in actual fact. Not fantastic for white, but it is probably a little something. And after bishop c6, rook b1, e6, e4, knight d7, h4, knight f6, queen e2. Koivisto thinks that white's got a small advantage, something like 0.38, you know, so pretty interesting basically. Yeah, slightly unusual suggestions there, you know, both against one d4 and against one knight f3. Now that's the basic overview. Now in the next videos we're going to dive into stuff with a lot more detail, and there's quite a few unusual things to see. Let's have a look.